Hello everyone, this is Jeff. Today we're going to experiment with 69 caliber lead Minié balls. Rather than using a black powder rifle, we'll be using modern components and smokeless powder and see how effective these are as 12 gauge projectiles. Even by 12 gauge standards, the 69 caliber Minié ball is extremely heavy. This requires very careful loading procedures, and if you're not familiar with reloading, I highly recommend you don't even attempt to do this. The Minié ball is a very old design and was used extensively during the Civil War by both sides. Using smoothbore muskets and round ball, the effective range was only around 50 yards. When the Minié ball was introduced, the effective range grew to 300 yards, or 6 times the effective range of what they had previously. This is one of the biggest technological advances in warfare that we've ever seen. We'd like to thank Larry for this video idea and also for supplying the Minié balls to us. And Larry wanted to give a quick shout out to his buddies at the North-South Skirmish Association, who shoot these things all the time. Using state-of-the-art components, we'll see how this very old bullet design functions in today's world as maybe a very large, dangerous game round.
Alright, Talflater crew, we're going to try something a little different here today. We got some Minié balls.
Isn't it Minié ball?
Everybody calls it minis, but the man's name that invented it was Minie.
Okay, so that settles that.
Minis.
If Danny says so, then it must be right.
I heard it on the internet. It must be true.
Yeah, that's right.
Now everybody calls it Minié ball, so we know what we're talking about.
It's invented in the mid 1800s. Is it still relevant today? You know, are these still? I mean, out of a 12 gauge, it's kind of a trick to make them work. It's
12 gauge in a shot cup, fully rifled. Well, we got the lead plate set up at 12 yards. We're going to see where it hits.
Yeah, I bet they'll hit low.
Okay.
That's my guess. You got to keep the chronograph close to it because you got to get a reading before the wads and everything starts separating. People confuse that with pistol and rifle chronograph use. It's a little different with shotguns when you have different separate wads. People always want to correct us, but this is how it works.
Read the instruction manual.
Yeah, that's true. It does say that in the instruction manual. Okay, let's see where the Minié ball hits on the lead plate.
All right, we're gonna.
It's gonna kick hard, Danny. I gotta warn you.
No problem.
Okay. Okay.
Shoot, center mass for that blue square on the lead plate there.
Okay.
Ready?
I'm ready. Wow. That's good. A good sign. He hit the. I think he nearly hit the center of the sticker.
I think I at least hit.
I mean, center enough for government work.
Good enough to hurt.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's pretty much point aim. It might have been inch high.
I don't think it was even that.
Yeah.
That's a good sign.
Look at the backside. It just almost went through.
Oh boy.
Inch and a half of lead.
Yeah, I don't know if we've had anything that's gone through those 30-pounders.
Well, this was poured hot, so it's not porous.
Okay.
It was poured hot, so there's not much porosity there.
Wow.
Wow.
Not bad. It's looking good. Look at it, just buried down inside there.
Let's see. Yeah. Just the tip.
Just the tip. You can see it all down inside there. You can see my markings on there and all that.
Yeah.
Golly, this is looking good. You got like 8 more of them, I think, 7 or 8 more. So
right.
How's your shoulder gonna last? That's
not a problem.
Okay, okay.
Tougher than the week old fried chicken gizzard.
Okay, it should go right through that ballistic gel. These things just plow through everything because that solid lead nose. Yeah. Maybe we'll catch one in the vest though. I have no doubts that Danny can hit that. We're at 12 yards or so.
Yeah.
That way we can zoom in on the cameras and all that good stuff. Okay, I'm ready when you are. I don't know if you're ready.
That gel dance. All right, here we go.
Wow, look at that vest go. I bet it's got to be in the vest.
Here we
vest go? Well, it sure threw that vest far. How far?
Yeah.
I mean, like 40 yards?
It was 39 yards.
39 yards from this point.
Yeah. Hit it right there, put a big bulge in it, but it spit the slug out somewhere.
Yeah, we're looking for it.
We haven't found it.
It didn't go
yet.
through the vest. Darn it. Maybe when we shoot it through some jugs of water, we'll be able to recover it.
Well, let's give it a try.
Okay. Sun goes behind a cloud. But I think the Chronos can handle it. Wait. Okay, I'm ready now.
All right, there we go.
You.
Ow.
The Minié Ball, with its streamlined, solid nose, just plowed right through all 3-gallon jugs of water. Now, in contrast, if you watched our last video where we tested the Fury semi-jacketed hollow point slugs, that slug expanded in the water, fragmented, and never made it past the 3rd jug. The Fury slug was just more efficient at dumping its energy into the target without over-penetrating, while the Minié Ball is more efficient at just penetrating deeply through targets.
Okay, 1376. But Hydro shocked all 3 jugs. Very nasty. Did not catch that one. Dang it. Let's see what it does to our steel plate. It's mild steel. Is it like 3/8 inch thick or?
I believe that's 3/8.
Okay. Okay, I don't know whereabouts you want to aim.
I'm gonna go about 11 o'clock from that other impact point.
Okay,
Try
okay.
to get it centered pretty much.
Okay.
Dang.
These things are looking good.
We finally had a recovery. It took us a bit, but we found it.
Yeah.
That's what's left of Minié Ball on a 3/8.
Yeah.
Mild steel.
Put a nice dent in it.
See the contour?
Yeah, look at that. It's like the size of bigger than a quarter, I think.
Yeah. About a 40-cent piece or so.
Yeah. Flip it around. Did it leave a... Oh boy, yeah.
Almost as much as what you were shooting the other day.
Yeah, the full bore Diablo slugs that
Yeah.
Denver from Australia sent.
Diabolo.
Yes. Okay, I'm glad we found one so far. Okay, what's the next test?
All right, we're at 55 yards. We've got a concrete, about 3-inch.
3.5 inch or so.
Somewhere in there.
Yeah.
Concrete slab. We're gonna go through smooth bore now. We're gonna run a Foster slug just to see where they're hitting for comparison, and then we'll run the Minié Ball through a smooth bore.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm thinking it's going to tumble, but you never know.
Well, there's only one way to find out.
Yeah, may not hit it, but we got to find out.
All right, let's do this. All righty.
Okay, I'm ready.
Let me find my bead.
Okay, now Minié Ball through smooth bore. How was the recoil with the Foster slug?
Oh, that was like shooting a 22 by comparison.
I bet.
Yeah.
Okay, let's see if we need spin stabilization. This will tell us a lot.
Get my ears on.
Ears are good.
Ouch.
You hit it.
Yeah. Three and a half inches.
3.5 inches. Okay. I didn't expect you to even hit that thing with a smooth bore. It'll be interesting to see how it's flying in slow motion.
Smooth bore, bead sights, and that was my point of aim.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
I don't know what happened here.
Yeah. Maybe you were flinching from all that big heavy recoil from that little 1 ounce Foster slug.
I was shooting it through that smoothbore. I don't have the butt pad on there, and
Yeah.
yeah, it smarts.
That's what our shot cups looks like. It's just kind of shearing them off about where those, I don't know, what are those bands called? Those grooves on the Minié Ball. Grease grooves?
Yeah, this for lube.
Okay. But they're all exactly the same, which is good. You know, you have consistency.
This thing is fractured
Okay.
all the way through.
I imagine we're going to bust that thing into many pieces by the time we're done here.
Yeah.
Makes it easier to carry it.
Yeah, there you go. We'll go for over here next time around.
There you go. Let's try it.
In this test we used a Foster slug that had a similar velocity as our Minié balls. This gives you an idea of how different the ballistics are and how using the same point of aim will give you different results using different projectiles. Now this is probably the biggest surprise for me from this entire test, because we were told that a Minié ball is a spin stabilized bullet. So we expected the Minié ball to tumble through the air and be very inaccurate, but that's just not the case. It was extremely accurate without spin at all.
Okay, now we're going back to rifled. I was totally impressed that you could hit it with a smoothbore. Very impressive. Bead sights too. Now you're going to screw everything up, going back to the rifled barrel, and
The red dot laser.
yes, sir. Okay, you're going to go for the left dot
For
now?
the left dot.
Okay, I'm all armed and ready.
All right, here we go.
See, that was way left.
Low left, took the side out of it.
Yeah.
At 55 yards, the Minié ball is still traveling at a supersonic speed, as you can see the shockwave being dragged across the ground. This is a pretty good example of the difference between the power of the Foster slug and the Minié ball, because the impact locations were very similar.
Okay, where are you aiming now?
We're going to go for the right dot. This, I don't know if it's my red dot or what, but we're going to go for the right dot and see if it still shoots a little left.
You know, all this recoil could have knocked your optics out a little bit.
That's possible. I think it's the hardest recoil we've had on it.
I think so. These are brutal. Okay, right black dot. Whenever you're ready. Woo!
Yep. It's shooting left.
Okay.
In this shot, using the rifled shotgun with the red dot, we can see that it hit low and left. And that's simply because the red dot is not zeroed for this particular round. And we can verify that by using our previous shot. We have almost the exact same offset. And that gives you a pretty good idea of how well these things actually group. And once again, the difference between the damage between the Foster slug and the Minié ball are like day and night.
Okay, now this will be a shot of the century if you can hit that thing.
I don't know, this thing's been shooting left. We're going to use that Kentucky windage again.
Okay. You're gonna try to hit that little jug. It's, I don't know, about a gallon or so. It's a little smaller than a gallon jug.
Yeah.
But
About a 2-liter bottle size.
okay, I'm ready when you are. Take your time and get it right. Well,
Missed the jug.
wah, wah. You hit the cement thing.
I hit the cement.
In this shot, Danny brought his point of aim way to the right. He was just a little bit off. All in all, I think he did very well. Now remember, these things were designed to shoot out of a 10 to 11 pound musket rifle, and we're using a 7.5 pound shotgun. The recoil is horrendous, and he had to shoot 8 of these, so give him a little slack.
Well, you came very close to hitting that jug, but it lives another day.
I think it went over just...
It was a little, I think it was a little high, and just, if it was over another inch or so, I think it would have grazed it. But at least it hit something, huh?
Well, it made the blocks easier to carry.
Yeah. That's a mean slug. Those are pretty good. I'm really impressed, you know.
I'll tell you, somebody that could hunt in a lead-free zone hog hunting, that would just roll a hog right over.
I think so. I think it would. A couple of hogs deep, I think.
Yeah, probably.
That was good, man. How's your shoulder?
Oh, it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang it. That putt pad really helps, huh?
Yeah, but I didn't have it on that smooth bore, and that one shot, I went, ouch. Yeah.
Big difference, huh? Wait, I gotta get Greg one of those.
Get one of those limb savers. Man.
Okay.
It makes a world of difference.
If you use the code TAL54, never mind. We don't have any sponsors like that.
For a projectile that was designed nearly 175 years ago, the Minié Ball is way ahead of its time. And as a 12-gauge projectile, these things are as good as many of the modern slugs that we have tested. That's amazing to me. It turns out the Minié Ball is a universal slug, meaning it can be shot through a smoothbore, a rifle choke, or full rifling, all equally well. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like it, subscribe if you're not subscribed, hit the bell, and maybe you'll have a 5% chance of seeing our videos in your feed, huh? And as always, we want to thank our generous Patreon supporters for helping to keep our channel alive. Without you, we would just be sitting around watching cat videos. Thanks for watching.
Good kill. Hey, good kill. Good hit on one. Roger that.
Oh, Jesus.